Okay. Oh, yeah. That maybe it's just not plugged in all the way.
Hello, can you hear both ears now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just wasn't plugged in all the way. It's okay. I should switch up the theme music just for this Tamar episode.
I think so. What's your original theme music?
You know the grandma's Thanksgiving thing that like became a really big thing?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Green bean.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wait, so does that mean you don't listen to Generation Savage?
I've only listened to the first.
Well, it's been there since the beginning, so.
The first episode that you sent me is on my computer right now as we speak.
That does not count. So you didn't even listen to it.
No, I didn't. I'm new to this Generation Savage. Brand new.
That's all right. That sounds beautiful.
Beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes. Beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes. Beans, creams, beans, creams, beans, 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 creams, potatoes, tomatoes. Chicken, turkey, chicken, turkey. Beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes. Chicken, turkey.
So the Love and War tour, it was intimate shows. It felt more like, you know how like you just found out that she was doing like shows, but like she's not on like a tour.
Yeah.
Like, so that was, you know, that was cool, and I actually wish that I went to that. But you know, she was just getting out there, and it was cool. You know, tickets were cheap, so even if you didn't know Tamar, a lot of people just go to shows just to go to shows because tickets $40. I can go to this. You know, that's cool. You know, and then, you know, it did well. It was her best selling album. You know, had some good singles on there, and it, you know, people were really liking Tamar. Braxton Family Values was getting very good ratings and all that. It was a good moment for her.
So a steady climb.
It was a steady climb. And it seemed like Calling Our Lovers was going to be, everyone was like, when's the next album? When's the next album?
Yeah.
So everyone was getting excited for it, and it was getting delayed. And it was going to say, it was going to be released at 9/11. It was going to be released August this. It was going to be released
what year?
October.
The year after? I know it came out 2 years after, but when was the hype starting?
Like, about a year
So
after.
2014?
Yeah.
And it got delayed a year?
And it got delayed a year.
And it was done.
And it was pretty much done. Yeah.
Why? Who else was on her label?
Oh,
At that time that was putting out music? Like, who got the attention during 2014?
Mariah Carey? Well, no. She wasn't getting attention. But,
I feel like this could have done well. If it
Epic
dropped
Records at that time didn't have a lot of... I think that's why Love and War did so well. Because they didn't have anybody that was that big yet. But now, yeah, that is a good question. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure exactly who is on... Well, I know who's on Epic Records now. Like, Camila Cabello's on Epic Records now. The Migos. Like, they have a whole bunch of newer artists that are doing pretty well on Epic right now.
Okay.
That are selling pretty well and are doing pretty well, you know. So, but she's no longer with Epic Records, you know, so that makes sense. But Calling All Lovers, which I call the beginning of the end of that, for a while, that Tamar thing where it rises, but then it falls in such a weird way. It has this weird thing. So the Calling All Lovers era.
You think it would be like fans that are excited, or people like, oh yeah, hey, but then not enough people are into it, so they're just like, oh.
Yeah. And it was a time where Tamar was very successful. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She was doing good on Dancing with the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
She was gonna win Dancing with the Stars. She got a new demographic tuning into the Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
She was on The Real.
Uh-huh.
People were tuning in to daytime television, bringing a new demographic on The Real. Braxton Family Values was doing well.
Right.
Tamar and Vince, their spinoff, was doing well. All these things were just going well. She had a clothing line. Tamar was doing well. All these things, it was just, if she just had, it, her baby was at, I think he was like 2 or 3. So he was at that age where he was easier to move around.
Yeah.
And it was really just working. Like, everything was just working. And she was like, just on cloud 9.
Mm-hmm.
And the album was coming, and she was able to promote it on her talk show, talking about it every day. This and like, everyone was just waiting for, when is this album going to drop? When is it, going to happen? And, she'll tell us a date. She'll be on the radio show. She'll tell us a date. And then her thing that she normally does is she's like, ask Vincent Herbert. Ask him. And Vincent's always with her. Always, all times with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ask him. And so he would say, when it's ready, when it's this, when it's that, and then, Tamar got sick. She got a blood clot in her lungs, and so that stopped everything. That she couldn't do Dancing with the Stars anymore, so she had to get disqualified.
Wow. From
a person that was gonna win, which is pretty hard. And her album dropped.
It came out
a little bit before. It was like, the plan was she was going to tour with Mary J. Blige. She was going to be the opening act for Mary J. Blige. And right after, well, kind of during Dancing with the Stars, at the tail end of Dancing with the Stars. And her album dropped, and it was doing well. It was getting promoted on the Real, and then she gets sick. So then she was off the Real.
Right.
So she was off of people seeing her on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Braxton Family Values is going on, but it went off the air because they were trying to film, and what they were trying to do, which reality shows during that year were trying to do a lot, was film, release the episode, film, instead of filming, and then release. There's like, oh no, there's too much going on right now. We have to film and release. So it's kind of not doing that. Like, we film for 6 months and then we're going to release for the next 6 months, So that's what, happened. And so she wasn't able to promote her album. She wasn't able to go on talk shows. She wasn't able to be on her own talk show. She wasn't able to do Dancing with the Stars. So she wasn't able to go on talk shows and perform her songs. She wasn't able to do like award shows. So it stunted the album, and then it was left for dead. And it was her best album, and it was a great sophomore album, and it messed up.
Awful timing
for her to get sick.
Right. Or even if they put out the album before she got sick, what do you think that would change?
No, because she wouldn't have been able to go on tour.
Right.
She wouldn't have been able to really promote it that well. And that was the disappointing factor. And management was kind of loose, but there was other ways where management was lacking. Just because she was everywhere, it was able for it to have at least the same success as Love and War.
Yeah.
The first single off of that was If I Don't Have You, which people weren't too happy with because they're like, ugh. It sounds too much like Love and War. Like, give us something new, So then she gave us Angels and Demons and Catfish, which sound different from Love and War. And I thought Catfish should have been pushed harder. It wasn't pushed. It was kind of just released.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like how an artist takes 2 singles and throws them at the wall and sees which one sticks.
Yeah.
And then drops it. And both Angels and Demons and Catfish got dropped.
Wow.
Catfish was supposed to have a video that was filmed. That never dropped. Angels and Demons video kept getting delayed. It was just, it was a mess. So that was really disappointing. And then she was getting better. She got fired from the reel.
After she was done being sick?
Yeah. She came back. It was this big party thing where Tamar's back on the reel. She's better, you know. She's doing better. And the media was in her favor because, you know, she was sick and that she's getting better. And so everyone was, you know, kind of rallying around her, you know. And then at the end of that season, a whole bunch of things happened with Tamar. With the reel was they saw that the 4 co-hosts could handle their own, which they thought that they needed Tamar there. And they liked the rotating seat, having that seat open for other people to come on. Artists, the sisters of Tamar. Tamar's sisters went on there. Tamar's mom went on there. You know, people kept rotating in that seat and filling in, and people liked the change to see, who's going to be on the reel the next day, you know, and then it turned into, you know, they were able to get artists that they weren't able to put on there because of Tamar, and they were able to put people from social media that, you know, they couldn't do because of Tamar. And so, and then they saw that, they're still writing a check for Vince because Vince was executive producer and Tamar because she's a host, and they just realized they refused to re-sign her for the next season. And that it was disappointing because she was the selling point of the show. Yeah. She was the reason why a lot of people tuned in, and they saw that they were doing okay enough where they could drop her and they would be able to save money and their budget would become bigger if they could cut one person that would cut 2 checks, you know? So
wait, so they cut Vince too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And there's rumors that behind the scenes that it was Vince's fault. It's been rumored for a long time that Vince is also and I believe it, that Vince is the fall of a lot of things that happened to Tamar in the industry, or her not getting this certain deal, or not doing this, or not appearing on this show, or not doing, or not being on the reel, and kind of, he's not the best, you know, at
representative.
Yeah, for her.
That's so sucky.
Yeah. So, Bluebird of Happiness. Now,
so that's the next one.
Talking about
her last one.
Her last one, air quotes. Talking about delayed album. Oh my God. Oh.
Let's see. This one came out 17?
Yeah.
15, 16, 17. So she has 2 years between each album.
Yeah. And it just wasn't promoted properly. It just wasn't. She was releasing, you know, My Man. That was it was confusing because it was like, is this a single? Because it was about her parents, but it's like, was this for the show?
Are her parents on the show too? Yeah,
her parents are on the show, and her parents are no longer together. Her dad cheated on her mom, and
what a scandal.
Yeah, I mean, and
so My Man is about her parents.
Her parents splitting up,
and that was a single.
And that was a single, which I was like, My Man should not have been a single.
Yeah,
but it was for the show. It was fitting in with the theme of that season of mom and dad meeting the stepmother. Well, not their. I mean, but the father's new wife that he cheated on with. Yeah,
and they put her on the show.
Right. So
and they used her as a single to drop to promote the show.
Right.
God, this is awful.
Right. And if you can see the original, does it show the original kind of cover of My Man?
No.
No, I think it's on
Like the single cover?
Yeah. I think I can. Sometimes once something's released,
It changes.
Yeah, they change the cover, which is really annoying.
Yikes.
Yeah, so right. So that's a picture of their parents, and
Yeah.
and it's a great song, but it was like love and war. If I don't have you, it's like stop.
Nothing new.
It's like the first single from.
Was she cool with that?
She was backing it.
Huh.
She was backing it. But I think the first single should have been Hold Up.
I like that one.
That should have been the first single.
Yeah.
That
have a feature.
You should have paid for a whole bunch of spins on the radio. You should have performed that at the BET Award. You should have I would have rather that been performed at she's never performed at the VMAs.
Mm-hmm.
She's never performed at the AMA. Like, she's not out there in the mainstream of where she needs to be.
Right.
I'm like, why are you only on Soul Train? I get you want to be an R&B artist, but also it takes a little bit more for you to. You can be an R&B artist, but
you gotta get out there.
You got to get out there. You can't just be like, I'm gonna do a BET award. So she performed at the BET Awards. She performed
song?
My Man.
But why? It's like the people who watch the show are gonna see it, are gonna hear it.
Yeah,
it's already in rotation.
Yeah,
you should have sold your album with another song.
Yes. So
is she still under?
This
Vince
is her.
here?
No. So if you can scroll down to the bottom, it's with Logan Land, which is her label.
I see.
That she did, which I was like, this is a horrible time to. You're saying your last album to now.
She said that before it dropped, or this is my last one.
Yeah, she said that before the album dropped.
Like in what kind of spirits? In like a trilogy way?
She said that she first said she's taking a break from music because her marriage is suffering, and so she needs to sacrifice some things. And everyone, even non-fans, were like, "But what is Vince sacrificing?" He's still working. He's still getting a check.
He's the worst.
He's still, yeah. Like,
she
what
sacrificed music for him?
Yeah.
Not even the new husband? Wait, no. She had an old husband and Vince.
Yeah.
Oh. Tamar. And they're separated right now?
Yeah. It's so confusing.
She should have dropped him
a long time ago. Like a long time ago. And so the final season of Tamar and Vince was like them splitting, and it was really bad, them fighting all the time and this and that, and it was a great season to watch.
Oh,
but
I imagine.
But I was like, damn, like, yes, break up, but like break it up. Mm-hmm. Divorce. I understand you guys have a son, so it's hard to do those things, but just break up. Get it over and done with. Get new management. The whole thing was before even the breakup was Tamar thought that she should get new management. Huh? You think? You need new management. You needed new management since self-titled.
Yeah.
Like
way back then.
So that just frustrated me. But I feel like the first off of Bluebird of Happiness, the first single should have been Hold Up. Mm-hmm. Second one should have been Wanna Love You Boy.
That was a good one too.
Right.
People would have definitely caught on to that.
Yep. And then release the album. That's it. 2 singles, videos. not delayed videos where you release this. I can't stand when an artist does that. I mean, because I was spoiled with Beyonce, and so she releases every song for an album, or it's just at the same time. But it's just like release the
video,
single. Just release it together.
Right.
Don't do separate. Release it together. If you're gonna release a single, release a video at the same time with it. That's just how it should be. Mm-hmm. Like off the bat, like that's just it should. You shouldn't even have to think about that. That's just how it should be. Yeah. And then my man comes out and has a video after she releases 2 other singles. She released "Pick Me Up," which I thought could have been a good single, but she didn't push it, and "Blind."
Why is she just scattering the album around?
Right.
Just pick your 2.
And I was like, if anything, "Blind" should have been, if she wanted to release that song, you know, that really R&B song. "Blind" should have been the song that should, not "My Man." "My Man" should have been like kind of a bonus, like, oh.
So like somewhere at the end. By the way, this was on the show also.
Right. Ugh, oh my God.
Wow. "My Man's" the only song that's explicit on this album.
Yeah. Because I think she says ass.
That's the video where she grabs the chick, and that's about mom and dad.
Yes. You replayed that way too many times, but it's really good.
To make sure
that's
what was going down.
Really good. It's really good. And then she's like, "Don't you ever run up on me like that."
And that video came late?
That video came after the single was released a long time ago, and she released 2 more singles and then released the video.
Wow.
And that was so frustrating because I was just like, look, you need to just get this together. And then the video for "My Man" at the end says, it starts when she gets in the car, it plays "Blind." And then she says, "Cut that shit off." And then they drive off, and then it says "To be continued."
Did it ever continue?
No. God. No video. There has been no other video off of "Bluebird of Happiness."
That's the only video?
That's the only video.
My Man is the only video?
Is the only video.
What?
Who thought of that?
Well, who didn't think?
She needs a creative head. She needs a creative head / manager. No, they shouldn't even be. No, they should be 2 different. I don't even know. If you have a. Oh my God.
Wow.
I don't.
Just letting her slip through the cracks.
Like, I was like, oh, okay, I see. When I was watching "My Man," I was like, all right, I don't mind the video. The video's nice. It's a cute video. Oh, there's going to be to be continued. We're in 2018.
That sucks.
And nothing else is happening. Also, the tours are hot. The Love and War was the most complete tour. All her other dates, she did the Great Escape tour. She was one of the, there was no opening acts. Escape was obviously the big attraction, but everyone had a set and it was all about the same one. And even these shows that Tamar's been doing, only about 45 minutes for a song. And Tamar has a habit, and this is just her show, so this is the way that she does it. She talks a lot during her shows. So when one song's done, she might do 2 songs. She might do All the Way Home, Hot Sugar, and then talk for a really long time, do My Man, and then she'll talk again for a really long time, and then have people come up on stage. She does this. It's this thing that she's been doing. She brings people up on stage and has them sing Love and War, and then that's the end of the show. No. Just stop doing that. You need a good set.
Sounds like she had to put it together herself.
That's exactly what it's like. It's just like she's like, this and this,
Chop it up.
and this.
Oh my gosh. Poor Tamar.
And it's just like, she needs someone there to be like, look, I know you love to bring people up to sing Love and War.
These people didn't pay for that.
You have 45 minutes, and you got to sell this audience on a good performance and get your songs in there.
Right. You've always got to be selling.
You can speak before your last song. Go ahead. Speak before your last song, the song that you're going to close out with. Get these visuals on par. Get the choreography on par.
She dances
Make sure
too? Someone dances? There are dancers on the stage?
There's dancers on stage, and she does the twerking.
To what songs?
Hot Sugar.
Okay.
And then I remember on the Escape tour, Lemon was really big, so she was like, I love this song, so I'm gonna play it. And so she would play the bouncing around part and just twerk for like 7 minutes.
God, 7 minutes? That's 6 minutes too many. Of a 45-minute show.
And then she would sing My Man and she sang My Man and Blind.
The singles?
The singles in Bluebird of Happiness.
The singles.
And what irritated me more was she decided to go on a Great Escape tour before even going on a Bluebird of Happiness tour. And she's now just going on Bluebird of Happiness tour. People are still going to go.
Yeah,
it's just... And I'm like, this needs to be Love and War-esque. We need costume changes. We need, we need a good set list. We need acts. I think Tamar, the best thing is 3 acts. One thing I think she should do just for fun, maybe in the second act. No,
of a 45-minute show.
No, she needs a longer show than that. She needs about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes.
Can she do that? Is she like?
I'm not sure if her stand-up is that good. Like, she hasn't. The Love and War tour was about an hour. From what I've seen, like over the internet, it was about an hour. I think she needs a little bit more than that because she has 3 albums and she has to sing. So, like, right off the bat, she should only sing off of. Let's get to Tamar. All right, so off of Love and War, she should only be singing All the Way Home. Really don't even want her to sing Love and War.
Maybe.
But I know she's going to because that's just her. Oh.
How about like when she comes onto the stage, it's just like the instrumental with some smoke, and then she like, comes onto stage. She needs some kind of presence.
She needs the or no,
the orchestra.
Don't do She Did That because that was the beginning of the that was the beginning of that was the beginning of On the Run. So stupid. Love and War tour. It was She Did That, but it was like a visual thing, and then it turned and she was on like this screen about the size of this. You guys can't see, but about the size of this black. But
there
like
was a screen this big.
Yeah,
it's small.
It's small.
Yeah.
And she was on the other side, and then it turned, and it said Tamar Braxton at the top of the screen, and then she came out and she sung The Only One. She's the one. And then she went into Tiptoe. She almost played Love and War track by track. Like,
gosh.
Yeah, which was like,
Right. It's not why you go to a live show.
No, that's not. It's to get something different from the album.
Maybe like an interlude where she acts out the premise of a song.
Yeah. But I think from Love and War, she should only perform Tiptoe, All the Way Home, One-on-One Fun, Hot Sugar should be performed together. So One-on-One Fun and Hot Sugar should be performed together. And Sound of Love. I love the way Sound of Love opens.
Yeah.
Then so Calling Our Lovers, Angels and Demons. She has to perform that song. Like she has to. Catfish. I feel like that that can be an interlude. She doesn't have to sing it.
Have it play somewhere.
Have it play somewhere when you're changing into your next costume. Simple things. Please, just perform it.
Maybe she could talk during the talk part and then freestyle it or like revamp it.
Yeah. Yep. If I Don't Have You, I would rather her sing that at the end instead of Love and More.
Yeah.
Switch it up. Or no, don't
like...
even do that. Don't even. We're already past that.
Oh, okay.
Because she can sing Blind at the end.
Yeah.
Oh no, you know something? No, sing If I Don't Have You, because Blind is just too down. I think If I Don't Have You, it's down, but it's not as down as Blind.
Yeah.
Must Be Good to You. And Sex Over Nonsense. She should be and maybe Free Falling. Maybe select shows. Bluebird of Happiness. Run and Hold Up. Instant songs that she should be performing. Like Pick Me Up, Wanna Love You Boy.
Does she have
My Man? I'll give you My Man if you want to.
You need to.
If you need.
Does she have a set list out right now?
No.
Does she even do?
I can.
They random each show.
They're the same. They're the same pretty much. I mean, she kind of sticks to the
right,
same.
No one else is showing her else what to do.
Right. So she can't even.
She's how old is she? 40, 30, 40?
43? 2, 3, around there.
So I feel like even at that age, with the all the music you have, you can have a solid.
She can even if she says this is her last album. This can be a good tour. She could still. I would want her to do one more, just to. And it has to be good. And it has to solidify and be like, now I'm done.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Maybe she will. Maybe she'll take a break and then kind of wrap it all, almost.
Yeah.
Reflect, but then still have some good ones.
Yeah. I have a, and for kicks and giggles, perform one song off of maybe the best song, whatever song that is, and I'll let her decide that off of self-titled, just for fun, just to see if the audience knows the song. Like, hey, and that's when she could talk. That's when she, how like during the Formation World Tour where Beyonce talked before Me, Myself, and I. Mm-hmm. That's when she should sing. That's when she should talk for a little bit and then sing. Do you guys know this one? And everyone's going to say, yeah, even though they don't. And then just sit down and sing. Cause also, Tamar has a thing saying that she can only sing while sitting down.
Huh? Wait. She's not singing on these shows, is she? So she gets up to twerk for 7 minutes and sits back down? Stop it. She's singing in these songs? She's singing the album list? Song by song by song, sitting down?
So she will occasionally, like for the one, she'll stand up and sing. But then, say once it gets down to my man, she can do like, say, for like Love and World Tour, for the one, she came out, she was like leaning up against the wall, the rotating monitor.
Oh yeah.
And she was, and then she came out, she came to the mic stand, which I thought was really cool because the mic stand was like this like big like lifesaver. It was like.
Is there a theme on her shows?
No, there's no theme. We're spoiled by Beyonce, okay? We can't. Not everyone has themes, okay?
So she sounds like what is it, a jazz club performance, like a jazz club tour.
Yeah, but I don't think that's her intent. Like, I think she wants to put out a good show.
Sitting down.
Yeah, so she'll do the one, standing up, singing. Hey. What?
One. Aww.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pause.
Pause. Right. Pause. Okay. All right.
Now that I'm in this nice chair. I had to pause. I had to switch chairs.
Yeah. Okay. So, damn, we're...
Get the rock and lean. Okay. Tamar's not trying to be like jazz clubby.
Right.
Vibes,
so the one she sings and pretty good. She's standing up, so the mic stand is
a lightsaber.
Yeah, it's just a big like, like a fluorescent light.
Yeah.
It's just like the stick is just like a light.
Does she hold it? Like, does she touch the mic?
Yeah, she touches the mic.
Okay.
It's just the mic stand's just. I don't want to. Let's see.
My searching ways are outdated. Tamar mic stand.
Oh my god. So this show is like about an hour.
She should have toured with Mary J. Blige.
What happened?
She should have toured with Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, she almost died. Yeah, she did like 1 or 2 shows.
Really?
But the set wasn't complete. But it was really cool.
Why was the set not complete?
Because
whose job was that?
Because management sucks.
Oh my gosh.
Why does the internet suck?
Is her management still working in the industry?
Vincent Herbert? Yes.
Now who is he working with?
With Tamar Braxton.
Still?
Yes. Don't even. He was signed. He signed Remy Ma for a minute. He signed Escape for a minute, and then I believe both of them are no longer. They realized that he sucks at management.
Yeah. Why is he doing this? Get out of here.
But, basically, oh man. So Tamar. So yeah. So then she did Tiptoe, and so Tiptoe required her to do a little bit of work in as far as dancing, and then that's when that ended, that set, and then I think, but it's a lot of standing in one place, sitting or resting on something, or even when she's sitting, she's not really sitting on the stool, she's kind of just resting on the stool, but she says like the only way she can really sing is like she feels that she can sing the best is when she's sitting.
Interesting.
But that's not the best way to sing.
No,
you should be standing if you're singing.
Yeah.
Or sitting with very good posture while singing.
Right.
So, I mean,
Pause.
Okay. All right. So, shit, where was I?
Vince? Were you on Vince?
Tamar set list.
But we passed that.
Did we?
Well, no. What are you talking about?
Shit.
I feel like you're... I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Vince?
Okay. So...
It wasn't Vince?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
But...
Was it the stage? The stage wasn't done?
Oh, right. The tour wasn't done. Like, the opening act wasn't, like, done. It was, like, 4 songs, and it wasn't... It started out with Angels and Demons, and I remember them talking about this on Tamar and Vince, or Braxton, one of those two. And she was sick during those shows, and she was refusing to go to the hospital.
Oh.
And there was a problem with the stage as far as she was like, how am I supposed to get it on stage?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I can't come through the floor, and I'm not going to walk through from the side and just start.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you need an entrance. Like, and apparently they had, they ended up getting a screen that split in 2 for her to get through. And so it started with Angels and Demons, and it was like, Tamar Braxton, the hardest working woman in showbiz, and da-da-da-da. And it was like, showing, like, having interludes of, like, If I Don't Have You and stuff like that. And then it, like, when it's Angels and Demons, and was showing the video of Angels and Demons, and it was like, you know, it amplified the sound of Calling All Lovers. What, you know, like how it kind of says, it's like Calling All Lover, like that, like, piece. And then the screen split, and then she came through the screen, and she was doing some weird thing, like she was like gyrating on one of the monitors, like she was doing like a back grind, like on like the like if the screen was splitting, she was like back gyrating on the like side of the screen.
Okay.
I was like, just walk out.
Yeah.
Like, and the mic stand was already there. Like, I was like, why couldn't they just like throw it on? It was, and so she was singing Angels and Demons, and then she finally got to the mic. And I mean, the stage was shallow. I mean, it was smaller than
this.
Yeah, I mean, not the length, but like the depth of the stage. As far, because open acts don't have access to like the whole stage. Like with Formation World Tour, like they didn't, like no one ever went on like did anyone go on like the B stage or on the ramp when you were at Formation?
I cannot remember.
But no one went on like the B stage or like the ramp. Like when Beyonce did Coachella, no one went on her like connection stuff. So like she just had a certain piece, and it was like this big screen, which I was like, nice, like we got a big screen, like for once. And then, but you can tell the depth of the stage wasn't like,
wow.
Yeah. And it was cool, but I mean, I guess because it was an opening act, it wasn't that serious, but it just was like, damn, like I just it went from that, it went from Angels and Demons, The Only One, The One, and then here comes the stool.
Was her stool like iced out? Is it just a stool?
It was a stool.
Okay.
And then she sung Broken.
Like ballads? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
She sung If I Don't Have You in Broken Record. And I think King. Oh, no, sorry. She did sing an upbeat song. She sung, after the one, she sung...
Standing Still.
No.
Sitting upbeat?
No. She was dancing a little bit. She was dancing a little bit. She was, it was a little like shuffled. Like it was like a half-ass End of Time. You know how like she like End of Time they like run to one corner of the stage and then they.
So
it was like a
not
half,
that much.
It was like a half-ass kind of that. And I was like, damn, like okay. And for Must Be Good to You. And then it went into she sat on the stool and sung If I Don't Have You and Broken Record. And which I love that song actually. I wouldn't mind her singing that. Well actually no, I'd want that more as an interlude.
Broken Record?
Yeah. Just because of the echoes and stuff. But she could perform it if she wanted to. Or she can do it as a like a what is that called? Like a I sing then you sing. Like that that sounds so kindergarten. But like a sing along film. I don't know, I was trying to think of like a call and repeat. No.
Call and repeat. Clap. You'd have to feed them the words and then they repeat it back. Like a visual what is it? A visual video, you know the one lyrical video. So maybe the lyrics and then they sing with her while she does a stool change.
Oh my god, as a stool change.
Okay, so I guess we'll have to keep watching this tour. How long has she been on tour for this one? For Bluebird?
How long has she been touring?
Yeah.
She hasn't toured it yet.
No? Okay.
I mean, she's been doing shows.
She has one today.
She has tomorrow. And it's probably just going to be the one... shit.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Where are you going? Well, let me help you get back on track.
It was the one, a song on All the Way Home. That. Did you see the video to that?
No, I don't think so.
It shows the dynamics to Tamar and Vince's relationship.
The video?
Yeah.
Can you hear it in the song without seeing the video, or they go together?
Well, yeah. Well, it doesn't, you can just watch the video and it shows their dynamic a little bit. But
which one is that?
All the Way Home.
Okay.
And yeah, basically, yeah, that. So I don't. So yeah, Bluebird of Happiness.
Mm-hmm.
The tour is allegedly happening, so she says. She said it got picked up by who?
Recently, she said this.
Recently.
Okay.
What are you looking at?
I was just trying to pull up the video for later.
Okay. So basically I don't know. So basically it's just she needs improvements on the live thing, and which I'm hoping with live performances. I think she needs more rehearsal time with live performances.
More creative heads in her.
More creative heads. The music is not bad. The music's not the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, the music is a problem, but the physical music itself, not the way it's distributed, not anything like.
Right.
The albums are good. Love and War, it's okay. It's just not as good as the other two.
Yeah.
But it makes sense for the time that it came out. It's very current to 2013. Calling Our Lovers is 2004, no, 15? 15, and you're still listening to that today and loving it.
Yeah.
Bluebird of Happiness is, we'll see. But it's okay. It's not horrible. It's good. It just, I'm not here for all the ballads.
Does she write her music?
She writes some music and co-writes a lot of music.
Who's writing her music?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, whoever that is, they need to write for someone else to get more money. Yeah. But yeah, I think. Oh, for Hold Up, they should get Yo Gotti, film him inside of like a small studio with a blank white backdrop, him wearing like a blue shirt or something, or maybe a light blue background, or whatever the background of.
Where is this all coming from?
Of Bluebird of Happiness. Shit. Yep, like that type of background.
Right, so you could visually see he's a feature.
Yep, and have him rap just on camera, and yeah, and
for the video.
Not for the video. Well, I mean the video's long gone. We not getting that.
So for stage visuals?
For stage visuals. For his part,
because
because he's not going to be on it's Yo Gotti. Like
the song.
Like Future. Like Future didn't even show up in Let Me Know.
What?
And also, if you can tell, I mean, I don't feel like there has to be like any, I would just expect from Let Me Know a little bit of bumping and grinding with Tamar and Future. But you can tell that's a theme with her songs. There's not a lot of male people because of the VH. So he's allegedly has, well, it's kind of confirmed that he beats Tamar.
What?
Yeah. But the last season of Braxton Family Values completely confirmed that.
Really?
Yeah. The mom has put out oh damn, now I kind of want.
What are we listening to?
Well, so hold on.
So he tried it and he's failing miserably.
Yeah, he
failed and then
because he was Tony Braxton's manager. That's how they met, and then
what?
No longer. That was also part of Braxton Family Values, was that Tony dropped Vince as a manager.
And he tried to catch on to the next Braxton?
He was managing both at the same time.
Oh. But he sucked, so Tony let him go.
Tony let him go. Which I was like, thank God, Tony.
And Tamar just wants to sing.
Right. And yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, I feel like she should just get some hands from someone else. She could put one last.
She needs a team.
Yeah.
She doesn't need a sole person. She needs a team. Not anymore. Love and War, sure. Yep, just Vince. Calling Our Lovers, that should have been a team behind there. From videos to, getting her on the Billboard Awards, on the AMAs, on all that. Yeah, she performed at the Soul Train and BET. Yeah, but that's predictable places where we can see her. That's already, her audience is already tuning into that.
Someone to get her other audiences, pick out different singles, and throw the videos together.
Yeah. Oh man.
Tamar Braxton.
Tamar Braxton.
So she has another tour.
She has another tour. She was supposed to go on tour with Tony on the Sex and Cigarettes tour.
Mm-hmm. Whose tour? That's Tony's tour? Sex and Cigarettes.
And she should have went on tour with that, and it was supposed to be Tracy, which she's putting out music, but she's not doing.
How old is she?
She's I think the second oldest. I think it goes Tamar, Tracy.
Tamar's the oldest?
No, Tony, Tracy.
Uh-huh.
Tamar's the youngest.
Yeah.
20 goddamn T's of shit. Like,
Tawanda and Trina.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's done being upset.
And yeah.
Now she wants to put out music.
Yeah, so she's put out, no, she's on her second album. She put out her second album. I mean, look, I don't like it. I mean, I
never heard of it. Didn't even know.
It's just, to me, I'm just like, this is not good. Like, this is not produced well. This sounds like you'd put it together in somebody's basement, you know.
No good.
No. So, basically, the tour was supposed to be Tony, Tamar, Tracy. Kind of like someone that's been very successful, then someone that's like somewhat successful. Like, people know who Tamar is. Mm-hmm. Not all through her music, which is kind of disappointing, but
they know who she is.
They know who she is. Right. And then Tracy, that not a lot of people know. So Tracy will be the opening act, and then Tamar will have, you know, her good portion of an act, and then Tony will come out there and she'll have her good portion, you know, and then she'll do her thing. And then there was rumors that Vince didn't want Tracy on the tour, so then Tracy got...
But it's Tony's tour.
Right.
So get out of here. No one asked
you. So
you.
then Tracy got kicked off the tour.
Why? Because he manages...
But normally when Vince does things, it gets blamed on Tamar, which gets a lot of Tamar fans upset because they know...
Why is it put on her? Because that's her manager?
Because it's easier for people to accept. Tamar said that. Then for... Vince is always... plays the cool, easygoing guy. Boo. And Tamar's the one with the big mouth. But really, Vince is really the crazy, rude.
So Tracy's off this tour.
Tracy's off. Then find out a few weeks later that Tamar's off the tour. And it's just going to be Tony. But also, we haven't heard much about Tony's tour, period. So...
Is there a tour?
And that seems like not. But she said... Tamar said that Blue Bird of Happiness
got picked up
by somebody.
Okay.
And that she's supposed to be having a talk show coming, and that's been teased since she got kicked off of The Real.
Which was...
And it's supposed to be produced by Steve Harvey. But...
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, but that never came up to nothing. I guess she's waiting until all the music stuff is kind of done and she's finished with the tour and all the... Mm-hmm. But to me, I just feel like, why are we waiting so long for these things? Mm-hmm. We need to get these things in motion.
Yeah. So she hasn't...
I think wait times are the worst things for Tamar, too. So...
You never know what happens.
No.
Okay.
So, thank you for coming on.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you to all your listeners for listening.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in to Generation Savage, a Kickback Network production. See you in the next one.